Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another toy room video, and today is going to be Shelf Tours episode number 2. Now, we did episode 1, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and life has been crazy. I've had a lot going on, so I haven't had time to actually be able to make part 2, but we are back all week. I'm going to be dropping videos. I'm going to be holding myself to that, so more shelf tour videos as the week goes on. But today, in this Shelf Tours episode, we're going to be taking a look at my Back to the Future collection, which you can see behind me right here. It's not the biggest collection, but Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time, so let's just go ahead and take a look at all the Back to the Future toys, merchandise, and everything else in between. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so before we get into the actual shelf over here, we're going to start over here because we have quite a few things over here. I'm also going to bring in the flash on my phone just to use as an external flashlight because the lighting on this side of the room kind of sucks. So let's start on this wall here. This is my wall of Hot Wheels, but I have some Back to the Future. These are the premium Hot Wheels, so you can see I have the DeLorean time machine right here from the original Back to the Future 1, as well as the Back to the Future 3 version with the railroad style wheels right there. I do not have the standard version of this with the white walls, and I do not have obviously Back to the Future 2 just because I never came across them, but eventually one day I will have that up on the wall. Moving on over here, we have this little wooden sign that's from Universal Studios in Orlando, and that says hoverboard, and it's pretty cool. It's like multi-dimensional, so like the hoverboard piece, I don't know if you can see, is like a different layer than the actual background, and I just love like the 90s colors on it. It just looks very, very awesome. Then moving on over this way, we're going to come right up here to my San Diego Comic-Con exclusive hoverboard replica. So we have that right up there, only because that was too big to fit on any of the other shelves. So moving on in here, we're going to start right up here, and we'll just start from the front and work our way back. So we have this accessory here of all the different currencies for all the different years. It came from the Neca figure, as well as this Cafe 80s Pepsi, if the camera will focus on it. There we go. And then we have the Funko Pops. I forget which one this is, but it's obviously Doc. It's exclusive to somewhere, I just can't remember where. And then we have this one, which was a New York Comic Con exclusive. And then we have one of my favorite ones is Cowboy Marty with the cowboy boots and everything. Just a really, really cool looking pop. There we go. And then we have some of the Playmobil minifigures. So we have Marty and the skateboard, Doc with the remote controls for the time machine. We got Einstein with the stopwatch, and we have Marty, Jennifer, and Biff right over here. And then moving on this way, we have some of the NECA figures. I think I have all the ones to date, so obviously we have Biff with the Sports Almanac. Then we have Doc right here. That looks very nice. And then we have the newest version of Doc with the remote control for the DeLorean, as well as just all his other little gadgets and everything. Just so many accessories that come on this figure. And one thing that I really love, let me see if I can zoom into it. It's gonna be kind of hard. So it's kind of hard to tell, but on his little notepad that's underneath his hand right there, it's very hard to tell. Hopefully you guys can see it. Just a random ET Easter egg. It's the old Amblin logo from ET. So I thought that was just really, really awesome. So moving on, we have Marty right over here. Alright, so we have Marty with his skateboard. Kind of hard to see, but there you go, skateboard and camera. And we have Back to the Future 2 Marty, which is probably my favorite figure from the NECA line, with the air mags. Let's see if we can get the flash in there, and the hoverboard. Just such good details on there. And we have Biff from the second movie, which I think his name was Griff in that movie, if my memory serves me correctly. And just great details on him as well, and he comes with his own hoverboard, as we can get the light in here. There you go. So just really amazing details on there. And then we have Back to the Future Doc, Back to the Future 2 Doc right over here. And we have a bunch more stuff in the background. I'm actually going to get a step stool so I don't knock anything over when I bring the camera in here. Alright, now that we got a little bit better of a viewing angle, we have this version of Marty here, which is essentially the same exact version as this one, just without his little vest, and that's pretty much the only difference. So this one I have him set up with his guitar. It's very hard to see. Let me see if I can get the light in there, but he has his guitar, and then you have the spacesuit version of Marty as well. right here. Again, it's just very hard with the lighting in here. There we go. And then some other things that I have back there. I have these glasses from Universal Studios. Let's see if we can get the light in here. You can kind of see them poking out back there. Some Back to the Future glasses. Yeah, I apologize. The lighting in here is horrible. But I also have the picture of Marty with his siblings that changes. It's not really showing up on camera, but depending on what angle you look at, his siblings either appear or disappear. Then I have the Tales from the Space comic book replica, which is really awesome, one of my favorite pieces. And then behind that, I have one of the Funko Back to the Future board games. Then I have the Back to the Future chocolate bar, which I threw the chocolate bar out. It's just the wrapper, but that is from Universal Studios. And then I have this cup as well from Universal Studios. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but I have a wax model replica, come on camera, there we go, of the clock tower. And then I have a candle from Universal Studios that is Back to the Future themed. And that is going to do it for this shelf over here. So we're going to move on from this shelf down over to this shelf. All right, so this shelf over here, I call this my DeLorean shelf, essentially. It's mostly all DeLoreans with a couple other things in here. So I'll start with the small stuff. I have some Hot Wheels, as you can see. So I have Back to the Future 1 and Back to the Future 2, but I do not have a Back to the Future 3, just because I never found it. Then up here, I have these minifigures from the Lego DeLorean, which we'll get to in a second. And then I have these replica car keys of an actual DeLorean with a keychain, here we go, get the light in there, of the time circuits. And then I have these nano Hollywood rides, or nano Hollywood vehicles, I forget what they're called, but I have Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3. Then I have this TV here that actually plays scenes from Back to the Future. I did a full review if you guys want to actually check that out in action. And then over here, we have still my favorite model DeLorean that I have. I got this from Loot Crate a while back, but the details on here are just absolutely phenomenal. It's such a great replica model of the Back to the Future DeLorean. Then I have the Jaded Toys version right here of Back to the Future 2 with the little flight stand to make it look like it's flying, which is really cool. And I have this plutonium, just plutonium chamber type of thing from the Playmobil set. And then I have this Stranger Things sticker. Then I have the Toyota pickup from Playmobil as well. And I have this Mr. Fusion. This is actually a USB charger that I just stuck in the bed of the pickup, which is awesome. Then I have this driver's license of Marty over here, as well as the actual top for the candle that we showed off before that's over there. And then we have the Gigawatt Transformers, which obviously it's the DeLorean that transforms into Gigawatt right over here, which is awesome. I have the time circuits from Universal Studios right back there. Then I have my Ready Player One figures here just because they fit in with the whole Back to the Future theme. And then back there we have Doc Brown's actual van. And then the Back to the Future 3 version by Jaded Toys right over here of the DeLorean. We have Einstein, which I forget where this particular Einstein is from. And then we have the Playmobil poster of the Back to the Future poster. And that is going to do it for this shelf, but we are not done. I still have, I think, just one more thing to show off, and that's going to be the Lego DeLorean, which you guys can see over here. Right now, this is a temporary spot for it, just because it's the only place I had that's kind of big enough for it, because this thing is absolutely massive, and he does not obviously fit on any of the shelves over here. And previously, I had him up here, but I moved some things around, so for right now, the Lego DeLorean is just sitting on top of my Xbox One, or Series X mini fridge, I should say. And I think that's going to be all the Back to the Future stuff I have in my collection, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, you guys, so that is going to do it for my entire Back to the Future collection. Really quick, I just wanted to show off the shirt that I got from Universal Studios as well. And it's just got all the different like key moments from Back to the Future on here. So I really love this shirt. But anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more. And I'll see you guys next time.